Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Um, Another day, another episode, 155. I'm gonna take a look at a few problems today. I'm very tired. Um, oh my gosh, find the original type string to 80% acceptance rate. That does not seem like a problem that we are gonna be looking at today. I don't really feel like looking at the other problem either, so I think what we were doing yesterday, we will do it. It's right here. It's gonna be looking at me every day. Come to this page. I think we're just gonna do a quick graph problem. Actually, no. Let's do something different. Yo, Galactic, dude. Good to see you, bro. How you doing, man? How's your day been today? What should we do? Man, I am tired. I do want to do a sliding window problem. Really quickly. It's because... Actually, let's just search it. Filter. Status, topics. Sliding window. What do we want to do? Binary subarrays with some. Longest duplicate string. Doing good. Made some pretty significant progress on my project. What about you? Yeah, man. Been a long day. I went to work and stuff like that. Played some pickleball in the evening and just got back. Let's do count number of nice subarrays. But yeah, played pickleball. Just got back. Thought I'd just pump out like a couple problems and relax for a little bit. Continue learning C++ probably for an hour and then go to bed. I think I've asked you this before, but what sort of project are you working on? Given an array of knobs, integer k, continuous array is called nice if there are k odd numbers on it. K is equal to 3. The only subarrays with 3 odd numbers are 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so I feel like this is a pretty obvious sliding window problem, right? So... Oh man, it fucks with me. Low is equal to 0. We want to loop through right, for right in range, length, nums. Let me just like talk about this problem really quick. So the way I'm thinking about it, obviously, you know, we were looking for a sliding window problem, so we're gonna apply a sliding window, right? We have our 3 numbers here. Oh, sorry, not 3 numbers, 5 numbers, right? And we want to find k is equal to 3 odd numbers, right? So really what we're going to do is we're going to maintain our window, right, with our right pointer here, right, having our left here. This is our left. As we see an odd, we continue. When we get to 3, right, we'd save this, right, as 1, and then we would move our window to here, right? So our left, sorry, let's get rid of this. Our left would go here, and we would drop our numbers here to below 2, and then we go here 3, right? We're at 2 now. We'd move here, right? And then we'd come past and see that we're at the end, so we'd return 2, right? I will post a vid on the Discord. You can check it out. Sounds good, bro. That sounds great, dude. I'd love to see it. Dude, you're my Galactic. You're my top fan, bro, on my stream. That's what it just tells me. It's a game engine. Oh, that's cool, dude. Is it in C++ or is it in Java or something? Ethan, the other guy in here, my friend, he's working on a game engine too in C++. So that's interesting. Everyone's working on game engines. Well, what are you coding again? C++ or Java or something different? Or yeah, it's in C++. Oh, nice, dude. Cool. Yeah, that's where I want to get to that level, bro. Like in C++ that I can contribute to help him contribute to the game engine. So that's cool, though, dude. Okay. Anyway, let's do this, right? So we have our left pointer, right? I think we're gonna maintain as we loop. We want to, right? If our nums, sorry, if right, sorry, nums right, %0 is it no %2 does not equal 0, right? Which means it's odd, right? As right %2 does not equal 0, we want to cool. It's rewarding when you implement new features. You get that dopamine high. Let's go, dude. I'm sure you do, bro. That sounds awesome, bro. Where you from, bro? Galactic. That was right %2 does not equal 0. It's odd. So what do we want to do, right? We probably want to. Do we have to maintain a hash map here? Maybe we can just. Maybe it's probably better, right? To maintain a hash map. Right. We would add to our hash map. Minus go dictionary. Nums. Nums right. Plus or equal to 1. I guess we'd probably get a key error here, so. We have to initialize it if it's not there, so maybe instead of making a default dic, we can just default dictionary, we can just check, right? If num's right, let's do on in my dictionary, we can add it like this, right? Make it equal to 1. And do an else. Otherwise we increment by 1, right? I posted in the dev chat. Okay, I'll take a look, bro, right after this video. Where are you from, though, bro? Are you from the States, or are you from somewhere else here? Let me check in the Discord. It's cool, man. I'm watching the video right now. How long have you been working on it for, dude? From Canada. That's cool, dude. Nice. How long have you been working on the engine for? If numbers right on my dictionary, we make it equal to 1. Else we add it. Trying to think here. What's can you get the length of a dictionary, dude, in Python? I don't know. Can you get the length of a dictionary in Python? Tell me the length of a dictionary in Python, which shows the number of key value pairs it contains. Use a built-in length function. Okay, well that works. Nice, bro. That's cool, man. Are you a you a college student, or you self-taught, or what's the Dude, got a sunburn on my back. Okay, so we add to our dictionary here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but while the length of dictionary, my dictionary is greater than or equal to K, we want to we have to check, right? If nums left is in the dictionary. If nums left yeah, I'm a student, but college definitely didn't teach me this, so you could say I'm self-taught. Yeah, I agree, bro. I don't think college really teaches you shit, to be honest. I graduated my undergrad. I went to like a small school, small mid-major school in the US. So like, yeah, non-target school. Like, you probably haven't even heard of the school, but I played tennis there and I was an athlete there, but I just don't think really college really teaches you anything. I think you got to do your own research and learn on your own is the best way. If nums left in my dictionary, right? Minus core dictionary, nums left, minus or equal to 1. Right? And then we want to do an if. We want to check, well, if nums left is equal to 0, we want to delete minus core dictionary, nums left. I don't know if that's the syntax though. I guess we need some sort of if minus core dictionary, if the length of minus core dictionary is equal to K, then I guess we can increment our count, right? Need a count variable over here. Starting at 0, we increment the count by 1. There's going to be something wrong here, like 100 million%, but let's return our count. Oh, bro. So AIDS, you can't use a debugger in this, bro. Like, we're not really adding anything. Does the length of my dictionary actually work? I've never even used that, dude. So, let's check. What's the length of my dictionary? What does the length of my dictionary do? It doesn't really count the values, it just counts the keys. That's why it's not working. Get the total length of each value. Count how many values, same as keys. There's definitely a better way to do this, I feel like. Maybe really we only need to count the odd numbers instead of having a dictionary, right? Maybe we can just count the odd numbers, right? I mean, I know the way that I'm doing it is the right way, but I just like, instead of using a dictionary, I feel like a dictionary makes too much of a hassle, you know? We do, okay, like if nums %2 does not equal 0, we would just like odd nums plus or equal to 1. I guess, sorry, yeah, odd nums plus or equal to 1. Let's initialize it here, right? Then we check if the length is equal to k, we count, right? And then, sorry, if odd nums is equal to k, we count. And then we have our while loop here, so while odd nums is greater than or equal to k, we check, okay, well if nums left, right? If nums left equal to, if nums left %2 does not equal 0, right? So it's odd. Then we do odd nums minus or equal to 1, and then we increment our left by 1, right? No, we want to increment our left here outside of the if statement. Let's see if this works. My fucking friend's calling me. Well, we passed this test case, so that works. My buddy's spam calling me, dude. Greater than or equal to k, if nums %2 is not equal to 0, odd nums minus or equal to 1, we increase by left. I feel like sliding window, maybe it should be done a different way. I feel like I'm missing something. Getting an output of 1 here. So what is this going to do here? We're going to go all the way. We see an odd number. We add it, right? We're going to go all the way. See an odd number. Add it again. What do we get? We output 1. Okay, it's 2, but we're expecting 16. Given an array of integer nums and an integer k, a contiguous subarray is called nice if there are k odd numbers on it. Are you applying for software dev jobs? I'm still a student, so I'm gonna I'm messaging. I'm like chirping on LinkedIn, messaging people on LinkedIn, but not actually like applying, like a lot. I'm definitely trying to make connections, but I'm graduating in December, so I'm gonna be looking for a job for January. But I've been doing this series for, what are we at now, 155, so I miss a few days here and there. So I've been doing it for, I'd say, well over 200 days. But I mean, obviously I can't be at my computer every single day, like I have a life, I go see family or go see friends and stuff. So it's like, I make a video when I'm at my computer, but I'm not physically like applying like all the time yet, but I will soon. So I'm definitely going to start like fully applying in August. Like that's where it's really going to start ramping up to land something for January. So why is this outputting 16 here, bro? How is this outputting 16? I don't get, like, good luck. Yeah, what about you, bro? Are you going to be applying soon for jobs, or what's the after replacing each even by 0 and every odd by 1, can we use prefix sum? Can we use 2 pointers? Can we still... I don't get why the output here is 16, bro. Like, how is the... I'm not... I don't understand how the output here is 16. 1, 2, 4, 8. I'm a freshman in the States. Oh, shit. So you're a first year, bro. That's pretty... It's pretty impressive that you're building a game engine as a... Oh, shit. Sorry. I nearly choked. As a first year, bro. That's pretty awesome, man. So that's pretty impressive. So I feel like I'm missing this problem here. A continuous subarray. So maybe we're meant to go, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 5, 6. Alright, something like that. I don't know. I was right, yeah. Odd numbers. Odd count is greater than K. I don't know. Your version and the fixed one both use a sliding window, but the key difference is what is being counted and how the subarrays are identified. We're not meant to have this, I feel like. So while it's greater than or equal to K here, we count plus or equal to 1, and we keep looping, right? Okay, now we got 4. If numbers percent 2 does not equal 0, odd numbers minus or equal to 1, left plus or equal to 1. Why is this? So I feel like this is correct in terms of the approach. We increase our left. Count. The only subarrays with 3 odd numbers are 1, 1, 2, 1, and 1. And this problem is AIDS. Yeah, I'm not sure, dude. What am I doing wrong here? This counts only one subarray per left shift when the number of odds is greater than or equal to k without considering how many subarrays end at right and still have exactly k odd numbers. All subarrays with exactly k odd numbers. Isn't that what we're doing? It's called nice if there are k odd numbers on it. I feel like the description of this problem is terrible. Yeah, this is, could you tell me? With at most k any condition. You need to count how many valid subarrays start at left and end at each right, where the subarray has exactly k odds. So working version of sliding window tracks counting of evens. Okay, so I have the right idea, right? Like this is the right approach. We add our odd numbers. What they want me to have a prefix even. While odd is greater than or equal to k. Nums left, %2 is equal to 1. Same thing, odd. We add our prefix even. Plus or equal to 1. Outside of our while. Get rid of our count here. Outside of our while. They want us to add prefix even, but why? I'm not sure. To me, this sounds like a problem where it's just like a continuous subarray is called nice if there are k odd numbers on it. So you find a subarray with odd numbers and then you keep moving the window. I don't get all this other bullshit in it, but we need a prefix even. That's equal to 0. Prefix even, baby, prefix even. Well, why, bro? Why were prefix even? I don't get why I needed that. You're not alone in this. Freaking out. Why do we need a prefix even? You need a prefix even to count how many valid subarrays end at the current right index and contain exactly odd numbers, k odd numbers. Window has exactly k odd numbers. There are multiple ways to choose the starting index. Prefix even is equal to 0. All numbers is greater than or equal to k. Plus or equal to prefix even. So we're resetting every time we see an odd number, right? Okay. Interesting. I mean, we had the ideas, so I'm happy with that. Man, I gotta sneeze. Jeez, man. All right, let's convert this to C++. Let's write this in C++. I think think this should be fairly simple to write in C++. Okay, so what do we need? We need a int odd numbers, right? We need a prefix even, right? And prefix even is equal to 0, right? We need a count. And we need a left, right, for our sliding window, right? Then we loop through for int right is equal to 0, I is less than numbers dot size I plus plus, right? If our numbers right %2 does not equal 0, which means it's odd, right? Okay. What do we want to do, right? Okay, well, for starters, I think we need some brackets around this, or parentheses. If it's odd, we want to increase, right? So we would increase our odd numbers, right? Odd numbers plus plus, right? We'd make our prefix even equal to 0, right? While odd numbers is greater than or equal to odd numbers is greater than or equal to our k, right? Then we want to check, well, if our num's right %2 is does not equal 0, then we want to odd numbers minus minus prefix even plus plus, right? No, we want this to be outside the if, right? We don't want to count when we see an odd, right? So prefix even, and then our left plus plus, and then we want to count Can you do this? Can you do this in C++? I don't even know. Count plus or equal to right, because we're returning count. What did we do here? Count plus or equal to prefix even. Prefix even. Alright, we increase when we see an odd number. When we get to an odd number, we check minus or equal to 1. We increase our prefix even. We add to our left. Then we count every even number. return count. What do we got here? This is our 4 here. So I believe we would just return count here. I think. We got an I. We want right. Right plus plus. Oh, we need a parenthesis. We need a colon. Always forget these colons, dude. Four and a 16. What are we missing here? Oh, we're checking numbers right here. This is meant to be left. There we go. Cool. Good to get familiar with the syntax. Okay. Let's check out another problem. Oh shit. We were gonna do this problem yesterday. Let's just get it over with. Given a time zone binary matrix grid where 0 represents a C cell and 1 represents a land cell, a move consists of walking from one land cell to another adjacent for directionally land cell, walking off the boundary of the grid. Return the number of land cells in grid for which we cannot walk off the boundary of the grid in any number of moves. Okay, so when we spoke about this yesterday, I feel like there's multiple ways that you can go about this problem. You can go from every single one and return the number of land cells in grid for which we cannot walk off the boundary of the grid in any number of moves. Return the number of land cells in grid. So we got 3 here, right? We would have 2 here. Oh, 0 because we can walk off like that. Okay. I feel like the move to solve this problem is to like either run like a DFS or a BFS from this specific one, right? So what I mean by that is we keep looping through, right? If we keep looping through this grid, we see a 1, we run BFS, right? If we can walk off the edge, right? So if we walk out of bounds, then we know that this is a that's not going to work, right? But instead, if we don't, we can just return true, right? Ah, man, my stomach, dude, is literally killing me right now. Okay. So let's do our rows is equal to the length of the grid. All right, our cols is equal to the length of the grid, 0. For row in rows, right? For col and cols, we need a range function here. Range for row in range cols. Okay, so if grid row col is equal to 1, then if grid row col is equal to run, then we want to run our BFS, right? We call our BFS in our row and our col. We'd have it visited and yeah, I don't know, we can leave that for now. Right. We need a directions array, right? Because we can move 4 directionally, right? Up, right, left, down. So let's do that, right? Try with C++. I will. I will try with C++. North, south, east, west, right? So, to go north, what would we do? We would go negative, right? So, negative to go north. Then we would go, to go south, we would go 1. To go east, we would go, east is towards 0, so negative. And then west, sorry, no, it's the other way around. East would be going positive. Geez, I don't even know what east and west is. West to go negative. Right, call for row for call. If it's 1, we run our BFS, right? So a BFS function here, right? BFS, we want our row, our call, and our visited. Guess we can pass in our directions as well. Alright, so we got our directions here. Directions. Okay, so we have our BFS function here. We want to what do we want to do in here? We want to initialize it, right? So initialize our queue. Then we want to append, right? Append our row and our column, right? And we want to go like queue. Why not use the website I sent you yesterday? You can start with 1500 ELO and do until you run out of 1500, 15 to 99 level problems, and then do the same with 1600 and so on. I will. Can you send me that again? I'm gonna favorite it right now. Can you send me that website again, just so I can? Oh, post in the Discord, bro. Galactic. Could you post in the Discord? That would be chill. But I'm gonna do the C++ solution right after this. It's just a lot easier for me to think about the problems in Python. Like, it's tough to. Anyway, while queue, we want to pop, right? So let's pop our row. Let's do RC. Let's do RC here. RC. And pop our row and our call. Our call is equal to q dot pop left, right? What's the Discord link? It's in the chat. In the description, I think. I believe it's in the description. Prevent. It's in the description. If it's on description, you can go to my link tree, and I think it should be there. I believe it should be in the description. I don't know. Let's take a look. I think it should be. I believe it's in. Oh, it's not. It should be in my link tree, I think. Yeah, Discord. There you go. Yeah, I posted it. I should probably put the Discord link in the description. My bad. But see, Galactic, bro, you're my #1, dude. Let's go, bro. I didn't even know I could have top fans. I didn't even know how that works, to be honest. But yeah. Roll call. Yo, what the hell was that ad? Thank you. What the hell was that ad? What ad are you talking about? Was there a crazy ad or something on YouTube? I don't know. Okay. Roll call. Shit, dude. What to do from here? Okay, so we get our roll call. We pop. What do we want to do when we pop? Alright, we want to for new row, for new row, new call in directions, right? We want to create our new row, right? So new row is equal to, you should see it yourself, bro. Check the VODs. Check the VODs. Shit, bro, why don't we just check right now, dude? I didn't even see it. Shit, dude. When was it, like right here? It's in the description if I believe it's in what ad are we talking about, bro? It should be in my link tree, I think. Yeah, Discord. There you go. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh, you talking about this, bro? That's a he's an Australian YouTuber who plays Rust. I don't know if you're talking about this or something, but it's when you first open YouTube. Yeah, I think it's this. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, bro, that's it. It's a Rust YouTuber, bro. Yeah, it's a Rust YouTuber. He makes like funny like trolling videos. I like watching them while I eat breakfast or something. NR plus row and call is equal to NC plus call. Right, so this is where we want to check our bounds, right? So we get here, we check our bounds, right? So yeah, bro, that's funny as fuck. Okay, so we check our bounds. How do we want to check our bounds? Well, check with an if statement, right? So if 0 is less than or equal to um 0 is less than or equal to new row, or we want to include 0, right? Because we're gonna have a 0th row or column, right? So less than rows, and 0 is less than or equal to new call, which is less than calls, right? And we also want to check that our grid row call is equal to 1, right? Because if it's equal to 1, we need it to be equal to 1, right? And we want to check that our new row, new call, not invisited, right? It's probably going to be more, but here also we want to add our original that we're looking at, right? So visited.add RC, right? If we pass all this, right? Then this is good, right? We would q.append our new row, new call. We'd also append it to visited, right? To keep track, right? We want our visited set because we don't want to be able to go back, right? So we got our bounds here. A new row, new call. Recall, key or pop left, new row, new call. We got our bounds here. We add, right? Now what we need to check is, well, if we get to a what do we call this shit, like a boundary cell, right? If we get to a boundary cell, we want to check that, right? So I guess if we pop here, check for boundary cell, right? So if our row, I'm thinking C++ now. If row is equal to 0, right? Or row is equal to rows minus 1, or col is equal to 0, or col is equal to cols minus 1, right? Then we instantly just want to return false. A move consists of walking from one lens cell to another, or walking off the boundary of the grid. Yeah, right? So if we get to a boundary cell, right, we would instantly want to return false from this, right? We can check that here, right? If BFS directions, right, we want to increase our count by 1, right? Because really we're looking for islands. We're not looking for specific cells, right? So we obviously need a count, right? We increment here. We return false here. So then outside of our while, right, if we get through this, we just want to return true, right? For wrong columns, we check our count. We obviously want to return our count. So that looks good. Let's see what we get here. Our visited is not defined. Well, that's because we want to pass in a new set every single time for a new island, right? Okay. We passed one test case, so really what do we want here? We wanted 3. Oh. Okay. How can we do this? I guess instead of a true, maybe we can... We should be at least be returning one, like a count of 1 here, right? I don't know why we're returning a count of 0. There's something going on here. Col is equal to 0, or col is equal to cols minus 1. We would return false. We'd loop through for NI or NC indirections, make our new row, new col, check our bounds, less than cols, grid row col is equal to 1. Oh, that's where we fucked it up. This should be new row. New col is equal to 1. Let's see if now it should return at least 1. Bro. Is that crazy goated, dude? Is that crazy goated or what, dude? That'd be crazy if this submits, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. That would have been so sick if that submitted, dude. Oh my gosh. Index is out of range if grid row col is equal to 1. I'm getting an index error. Col and range cols. If grid row col why would we get an index error here? List index out of range. Why, dude? Cols, directions, count. Why are we getting an index out of range here? Does this need to be -1, bro? No, right? Why am I getting an index out of range here? Why am I getting... Oh my gosh, dude. Wait. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm doing cols here, not rows. That's crazy. Is he gonna submit now? Sometimes you're so blind to seeing that, bro. Am I gonna get a TLE? Looks like I got a TLE. What an L. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, dude, that is AIDS, bro. That is AIDS. 59 out of 60 test cases passed, bro. No way, bro. Dude. How do I speed this up, dude? That is AIDS. Wow. Wow, bro. Ugh. How can I speed this up in the slightest, bro, so it passes? No way, dude. How did I do this? No way I got a TLE, bro. That is so AIDS, dude. I'm so sad, bro. I have like the worst stomach ache, dude. I mean, we did like pretty much the same solution, right? I mean, we build the queue, right? Oh, that could be a speed up here, right? We could check to make it a little faster. I think this will work. Grid rows equal to 0. If rows equal to 0 or rows equal to -1. Maybe we have to do it the other way around though, right? So we have to do, well, if row does not equal 0. If row does not equal rows -1. Does not equal. Does not equal. And it's 1. Then we check. Is this crazy, bro? Is this crazy right here? Yeah, I think it passed. The slowest solution. Will it pass? Fuck, maybe not. Oh. Oh. Dude. I thought it would pass there, bro. No way that didn't pass, dude. Oh, dude, I thought that was the one, bro. I thought that was the one, dude. Oh, dude, I just want to be done with this problem, dude. Oh my gosh. This is where we ask ChatGPT how to speed this up. How do we speed this up a little? On land cells, you're calling BFS on every interior land cell, even if it was already part of a previous BFS. Oh. Oh. That is very smart. That is true. Use a global visited set. Oh. Oh, that is very smart. I did not think about that. How did I not think about that? We can get rid of this shit. we can just check grid row call and row call not in visited, right? Wait, hang on. And row call not visited, right? Let's call it alpha visited, bro. This is the alpha set. Alpha visited is equal to set, right? So we got our alpha visited, right? We got our set, and then we also want to pass an alpha visited, right? Alpha visited. Alpha visited. Dot add. Row call. And then we want to add to our alpha visited here. Row call. New call. We're adding it here too. And then we check, right? Not in alpha visited, right? That's an O of 1 lookup as well. Ah, new row. Oh my gosh, dude. Wait, hang on. Bro, am I tripping? We're going through every single one and we're checking, right? We're doing total brute force, right? If we go here and just count, because now this is only going to return 1, right? This alpha visited set is only going to return 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so now oh shit, dude. Instead of returning false, okay, let's make an internal count, right? Do we have a count? Yeah, we do. Let's do like count 2. Get up and go out for a run or something. The environment looks so sad. Trust me, bro. I get enough exercise, bro. I go to the gym every day. I play sport every day, bro. So I appreciate that comment. Go outside. I generally enjoy doing this. It's not like I'm like forcing myself to do this. So I just enjoy programming and stuff. So appreciate the comment though. It was funny, but thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that comment. Okay, we got our count here is 0. Right. What do we want to do here? We got our alpha visited. Oh, then it's cool. Yeah, bro. I'm not like that, bro. Trust me. I'm a chill guy, bro. I'm a chill guy, you know. I just enjoy doing it. I get heaps of exercise. I just enjoy programming. I enjoy problem solving and doing problems. So, okay, I'm gonna totally refactor this actually. Let me see how much time do we have left. I'm gonna totally redo this, right? Because I'm not doing this properly. You know, I'm running the BFS from each cell, whereas, you know, I should run it from one cell, count everything, and return the count, right? So instead of using set here, right, we can just have one normal visited set, right? So we have a set. We have our directions. We have a set. we do count plus or equal to BFS, right? Return our count, right? We loop through, we can get rid of this. We have our normal visited. Call our visited, right? Loop through, queue visited. Which will add every cell that's a 1, which means we will make it faster, right? We won't be going through each one. Every single one that we visit will be fine, right? So here, we just want to return we want to return 0, right? If it gets to a boundary cell, we instantly want to return 0. Satyam, dude, what's up, dude? Hey, how you doing, bro? We return 0. And then instead, if we get to the end, we want to return our count 2, right? I believe this should pass now. Fuck. Shit, get rid of this colon. I think it should pass. Oh, alpha visited. We don't, it's called visited now. Are enclosed by water. Missing one required argument. Shit. Hang on. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Row call directions. Visited, right? We need a visited. Let's run that. Oh my gosh, dude. What? Get rid of this. Are enclosed by water. I think I've got it here, Galactic. I think. What did I get censored? I have no idea. Okay, now we're returning 0. That's not good. If we get through, we return our count 2. Right, our count 2 is 0. Oh, we're not incrementing here. Right, if we see a 1, we need to increment our count 2. Count 2 plus or equal to 1. And then return here. Fuck, dude. What the fuck is going on right now? Count 2 plus or equal to 1. Are enclosed by water, i.e. zeros. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Galactic, low-key. I think... Am I missing something here? If it's 1, and it's not in visited, then we want to add, right? But then if we can get to water, none of this counts, we return 0. Okay, I got censored again. I have no idea why it's censoring you, dude. I don't have any of that shit on the stream. The stream is the most bare bones stream there is, bro. I literally just turn on the camera. So I'm not sure, but I will post it on Discord. Alright, sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Yeah, bro. I don't know why this is not passing, dude. I don't know why this is not adding. I don't know. Let me see what GPT says. What's wrong here? Oh my gosh, dude. Am I that stupid? Bro, literally resetting to 0 after every loop. That is literally my issue. How did I not see that? I should be defining it outside here. Count 2 is equal to 0. every time you pop from the queue. What am I missing here, bro? Ethan, what's up, bro? Your return count to 0 every time you pop from the queue. Yeah, we got that. Your return only counts how many neighbors were added, not the full size of the land component. So every time we come through here and we see it's not in visited, we increment. I'll send you the explanation on Discord. Okay, thank you, bro. I'll take a look in a second. I don't think I'm meant to go here. I think we would increment here. Right? I think we'd increment here. Two, right? We'd probably need some sort of flag. So let's create a flag. Let's do flag is equal to false, right? We would make our flag here. Sorry. Flag is equal to true if we see it, right? And we will return count 2 if flag is equal to false, else 0. How to get a job, AJ Rancids. Keep coding, bro. There you go. That was my issue. Yeah, I was counting. I was literally just counting every single cell here, and you're not meant to do that. I don't know how I didn't see that. So, incrementing the count here, adding the flag is true. All right, I'm kind of over that problem. I'm probably gonna end the stream there. I wasn't expecting a stream for that long, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, thank you.